Yo, what's up? What's up? My name is Jonathan Antonio Martinez Machain from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, and now with us it's one of the YouTube teachers of Didgeridoo. That I think that all the people who is learning how to play Didgeridoo, everyone is like I think is watching his videos. With you is Sanchi from Didgeridoo
Hello.
Dojo.
Hello. Oh, wow. Sounds like hundreds of people. And big also.
I'm learning how to use this soundboard. It's a podcasting soundboard, and thank you very much,
That's cool.
Sanchi, for being here with us. Is I'm trying to interview lots of players from around the world, so we can have a perspective or awesome stories, awesome things to learn for the Latin American community. Because over
Woohoo.
here in Latin America, there is a huge community of didgeridoo. Because
Mm.
you can go to Argentina, Chile, Colombia, Venezuela,
Oh.
Brazil, Peru, Ecuador, Bolivia. There are lots of didgeridoo players with the biggest community in Chile and Argentina, like 5,000,
Wow.
6,000 people in each country. Over here in Mexico, we are like a community of 1,000 maybe, but myself, I'm from Tijuana, Mexico. Tijuana is the northest city in the world. Tijuana is the biggest border crossing
Mm-hmm.
in the world. 3 million people, and I'm still the only didgeridoo player here in my city.
Woohoo.
The rest of the players for you that you are in Perth, maybe for saying the rest of the players they are like in the opposite uh, place in Australia, so they are like very far away from me. So and I feel like very um, alone over here in my city.
Oh.
First question. First question. This is the first question for every single player. How was
Sure.
your first encounter with the didgeridoo, and how did you start to learn? How much? These two first questions.
Okay. First question. Yes. So my first encounter of the didgeridoo was back in 1996,
Whoa.
and I visited Australia very first time, and it was in Byron Bay. And then at the market, there were, very unique, colorful market over there. And I saw a didgeridoo there. Someone puffing the cheek and playing a log. But just before that, I overheard, I think it was Yothu Indie over the
Mhm.
radio. And I thought that was, some electronic synthesized music. And
Mm.
then one of my friends said, no, it's didgeridoo. Oh, what is didgeridoo? You don't know? And then kind of um, knew what it was, but the very first time seeing was at the market. And then I have received as a gift from my best friend, and yeah, and since then my journey started. Yeah.
I was like 1996. I was 11 years old. And didn't know.
Oh.
I didn't know. I didn't have a clue about didgeridoo. Only I just remember these documentaries of Steve Irwin. In some documentaries, it's like but I didn't put so much attention. I was like playing football, the in playing with my, I don't know how to say the canicas in English. It is marbles, and a lot of kids stuff, and My mind is like what? I'm
Yeah,
taking with
but yeah,
Sanchi.
yeah. Back in time, I think
Yeah.
not. It was 1996, so there was no YouTube and
Yes.
basic uh, like internet, like homepage is just a picture with the text. I remember I was searching Didgeridoo back then. There's nothing much. I was in Japan back then, so I was searching in Japanese, and not much information was there. So it was kind of everyone was self-taught, like teaching by ourselves, and every now and then come across the like a CD
Uh-huh.
at the CD store, and then like, oh, what is this? Sound of Australia, or this player, that player, and that was the only access when I was in Japan, and so it was, yeah, a long journey.
And how is that you became the this with the videos of Didgeridoo Dojo in the other videos
Oh,
that
okay.
you are uploading? Because it's Didgeridoo Dojo and there is another web page where you make
Mhm.
like a little reviews of Jidaki.
Yeah. Okay. So that was when I moved in Australia. I think it was 2002, and so since I had a first didgeridoo until then, I was always thinking I want to do something with the didgeridoo. I committed myself at least 10 years of playing didgeridoo to see where I go with this, because I bought the side CD, very first one, and
Mm-hmm.
I think I bought a Ashdagan CD, and the one is indigenous, one is non-indigenous,
See.
and as I said, it's like, oh, I've been playing 10 years, and it made a cool album called Ballistic or something. I can't remember, a very old one,
Mm-hmm.
and that was cool. Okay, if I spend 10 years, I can be like this. All right, I'll keep on commit myself 10 years. So on the way, that journey was continuing. And 2002, I moved in Australia. There was a shop in Fremantle. It's called Didgeridoo Breath. There's a guy called Matt and Tony was running it. They were just started, I think, back then. And I just lived there for the first time, and then back then there's a partner who actually gave me a didgeridoo, and we started life there. And then I always wanted to do something about didgeridoo, either making or shop or the player or whatever. I love
Yes.
didgeridoo, so I wanted to do something about didgeridoo. And one day, I think they wanted to sell their business,
Mm-hmm.
and oh, what is this opportunity? And I went to take a look, hear more information about it, and sounded really interesting. But I said like, no, I can't buy. I don't have money either. So, well, good luck. But they came back with the idea of, how about you become a part owner with us? That sounds very interesting. It sounds more secure and safety. And I really love didgeridoo. My English back then was, it's okay, but I need to brush myself and learn a lot about business.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so that's a didgeridoo breath I have joined later.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then obviously, oh, this is a cool platform. How about, there's a Facebook as well. How about let's build a audience, how to do it. Let's give more
Mm-hmm.
valuable information on YouTube and a link back to there. And that was the start. There was the idea of Matt, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he just always have a camera and, hey, Sanchi, teach me something. Teach me something. And chasing me with a camera. So I was like, oh, okay, how about this? How about that? And the other Didgeridoo Breath crew is a cool crew. Levi doing the slides and all sorts. Simon was the drumming and the didgeridoo, and all sorts of like cool ideas and fun ideas. We start putting up there. It was all about like, let's get the Facebook audience, etc. And yeah, So that was the motivation. And back then, there's no YouTube, the what do you call the ads or anything like that.
Hmm.
So there's no payments or anything, but just pure
Just for fun.
love and fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And how do you see the that didgeridoo? It's like back in those days, 1990s. It was a
Mhm.
few people from out of Australia playing didgeridoo,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I think
now
so. Yeah.
and now a bunch of Mexicans, a bunch of Colombians, a bunch of people.
Yoo-hoo!
Yeah, that's. I think. How do you? What is your opinion about all this globalization in didgeridoo?
I think in general, people who play didgeridoo is very nice people. Uh, People who loves the nature, loves the music, and the care for the traditions, and
Hmm.
also like a more open-minded. It's a very simple instrument, so it's kind of how to you have to be creative about it. So it's a
See.
lot of creative people. So I think it's great that it's a tool that connects us together. Um, so in a good way, it is. Yeah, didgeridoo is kind of makes us more, realizing all those stuff and connecting people. So I really, yeah, great. I think it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's for me like hearing different stories because I have
Mm-hmm.
interviewed so many dudes, not so many, some a few dudes that they
Mm-hmm.
always say like Joe to Jindi, this band. I heard Joe to Jindi, and then I started to play. And another one, I heard Joe to Jindi. It's like three or four people that Joe to Jindi, and I never heard of them.
Yeah.
I never heard them. So I have to
Oh, cool.
look and watch that this kind of music because also
Yeah.
the different ways of playing out of
Mm-hmm.
Australia, it's very like the European style also
Uh-huh.
divides in several ways like Dubrap Colapine is like the air code. The
Mm.
French players they play like very wobbly and a lots of harmonics and like that. And
Yeah, amazing, isn't it?
how
Yeah.
is yes how for you is all this kind of all in the gringos over here in my neighbors with the style of playing like William Thoren, the
Mm-hmm.
multi drone thing. How is for you like you lived in Australia, you played since 1996,
Yeah.
and it was like one style of playing, and now it's like boom, this and that and that. What is was how do you see all this from your perspective?
mm. I reckon it's very unique, and every time someone puts out there like a really new stuff, is really wow, amazing. It's like the at one point I was playing like 6 hours a day, and just trying, the discover more and more about this instrument, and then um, I kind of like one point it's kind of like okay, it's so many stuff I can do, but uh, what do I want to express
Uh-huh.
is isn't the technique anymore, uh, or the new sound or wow factor. It's more for as a like a music in total. Like there's also melodies and
Sí, sí, sí.
chord progression, etc. And then didgeridoo becomes a part of it. So yeah, sure. There's a cool technique, and that's will create a new stuff and amazing sound. But for me, it wasn't like not much practicing anymore,
Mm-hmm.
but like enjoying what I have. So that was my at the moment. It's just cruising and grooving and yeah.
About
I
grooving.
think there's a visitor someone there. Okay. Sorry, no,
No, no
sorry,
worries,
sorry.
no worries. About grooving. Um,
Mhm.
you're one of my favorite players of didgeridoo, and at some point in my didgeridoo playing time, uh, I also had a acoustic bass, and I was playing
Ooh.
bass also.
Oh, cool.
And
Lots of bass player loves didgeridoo too. Must be a frequency.
yes, yes, and I suddenly I look at the didgeridoo and bass, and I was like, "Say what? Victor Wooten and
Ah.
Sanchi? Damn!" Some I was like, "What the damn!" How was to play with Victor Wooten? How he reacted, and how was your because I saw that he was making a progression and you were like
Yeah.
follow him, and then he just stopped playing and you make a groove, and then he started to follow you. That was so like whoa, so awesome. How was the experience with Victor
Cool. That was
Wooten?
cool experience. Yeah, I think he was in Australia for his tour,
Uh-huh.
and then basically the coordinator contacted us. Hey, Victor Wooten's here. He's keen to connect with the local artist, and can we visit someone who plays the didgeridoo? And of course, yeah, sure. And I mean, myself, I didn't know him, but but a couple of our troop at the Didgeridoo Breath knew about him. It's oh wow, kind of thing. Okay, let's have a jam. So we invited him over, and he just we just start playing, and it was cool grooves and nice and smooth. Yeah, the music he plays um, sometimes just doesn't feel like a bass and it's just like a melodical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes really pounding like bass riffs and stuff. And yeah, I just went along. I can't go wrong because it's only one key.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a Levi and Charlie playing the cajon. So like we kind of swapped around in positions and we just had the jams. And that was at the Didgeridoo Breath, everyone just drop in with the instruments and hey, let's have a jam. Um, so that was kind of a part of it. And then Victor Uto, hey, welcome. Let's set up the gear and okay, let's do it. And that was really amazing experience.
So
Yeah.
cool, so cool. One of Victor Wooten is Sex on the Pan, my favorite track. It was like for me was like I was doing some grooves on the bass and thinking how to play the didgeridoo and the bass,
Mhm.
and I was looking and
Mm.
then I saw you with Victor Wooten. Whoa! My two favorite players, bass and didgeridoo, in one video. Phew, that's so
Yeah.
awesome. And
There's also cool video about the William Barton playing the electric bass in the ditch. That's
Chinga,
also amazing.
I never saw that video. I never
I
saw that.
think or he showed me or yeah he was just
William Barton.
pretty fluffy and yeah.
I have seen him playing the guitar, but not the electric bass. Electric bass.
Oh yeah. He's
Oh
pretty cool too.
yeah. I also wanted like you are in Australia.
Mhm.
How is it the situation with people in Yonlu zone that right now he is well, I will put it in my culture. He is going. He
Mhm.
is in the way to Mictlan. You know, Mictlan is the like the inframundo. Like
Hmm? Sorry.
okay, let me put it this more clear.
Yeah.
In all culture,
Mhm.
in Aztec culture, El Mictlan
Yeah.
it's like the place where the dead go in free
Oh, okay.
the
Yeah,
spirit.
okay.
Mictlantecutli, it's
Mhm.
the god of inframundo, the god of the for say just for say for the god of the dead. So he went with that to take to the Mictlan. Mictlan is like nirvana, like the heaven, you
Mm.
know. How was
Mhm.
this situation? That because he was like the 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 big chief, and now
Mhm.
how is all this situation put the Yondu people?
In the Mr. Gurui.
Uh-huh.
It's about Mr. Gurui, yeah.
Mr. Guru.
Um, yeah, yeah. I visited in Animal a couple of times. I think it was 2012, around there, or 13, or twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and back then he was, yeah, very strong, and we went to cutting iraki, and he taught us how to play, and yeah, it's a lots of like mouth sounds and uh, like not teaching in detail, but he just being there and just playing, and also like the just gesturing how your tongue should be, etc. That was really unique, and also hearing the sound in front of me, not through the YouTube, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Just listening to it and feeling the vibration. That was amazing. Um, since then, I haven't gone back. It is in Australia, but it's almost 3,000 kilometers
Yes.
uh, up north. I think Jesse Lethbridge, who used to work at the Didgeridoo Breath, and we're still really good friends. And he was helping family and visiting family. So we have a couple of uh, Gurwili families. And he was really helping for raising some fund for the funerals
Mm-hmm.
ceremonies. And I think I overheard from him it was finally over, but also seeing the Mr. Gurwi's son, Mr. Larry,
Mm-hmm.
he's posting the net text about missing his father. So of course, like it will be a big loss. Um, for us didgeridoo players here in Perth, we have me, Fiorino. Actually, he's sitting just down there.
Saludos.
I might call him over later. And Sai and Julian Sylvan, many didgeridoo player here as well. Uh, um, kind of yeah, mourning pretty much like, oh wow, it's like what's gonna happen, or just keeping that memory and vibration.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I think yeah it was, but also this year we lost Oka. Um, Didgeridoo. He was a big man. He's really also recognized didgeridoo player and artist. So felt like, oh wow, what's going on?
Yeah.
Kind of feeling, and still in shock.
This
That yeah,
this this kind of stuff is
yeah,
I see that it's a little bit
mm,
difficult to talk, but there
mm,
is like most of our Latin American community don't know
mm-hmm,
nothing. They don't know, they
mm,
don't have a clue. Like many of us, we like myself,
mm,
I had to make my own didgeridoo because
mm-hmm, yeah,
buying one it was like way expensive.
true,
Just
true,
for
true,
say,
yeah,
I had a tip. I don't know if I had a tip that I'm a full time. I was a full time busker since last week because inflation.
mm-hmm.
But
Oh,
and I had this tip. I don't know if you can see it.
I don't see your picture there here.
No.
So what tip?
Oh, I thought it was you could see my camera. Damn.
Where are you?
What? No, Maka,
I
you.
see the Japanese, the Mitsudomoe. Pretty cool though.
Hey,
I thought you were still making up your camera.
no, 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 no. It's like what? Well, okay.
Take your time. Take your time.
No, it's like I'm doing with this with OBS, but I will leave it like this. No worries. I'm so fucking ugly, so it will be better like that.
Ah, yeah, you are beautiful.
No, I have a $5 bill from Australia, and
Oh, really?
yeah, a person
Oh,
a person tipped me this $5 bill, and I was like, I was saying like the inflation, and I was like wondering how much.
only $5?
Yeah, yes, only $5. You say only, but the thing is that is 13 pesos by Australian dollar. 13 pesos.
What
It's
you
like
can do with the 13 pesos?
with 13 pesos, I can buy a 600 millimeters Coca Cola soda, or I can buy a hot dog,
Yeah,
or I can do what else? Potato chips bag,
yeah.
and 1 liter of orange juice with 13 pesos. So $5. 5 por 3, 21 son 21 pesos plus 50. It's
So sounds like it's very similar living expenses. Yeah,
70 pesos.
yeah.
5
Mhm.
Australian dollars, 70 pesos. With 70 pesos, I only can buy
Oh, okay.
2 tacos and a soda. That's breakfast.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Only one person.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So it's
Ooh.
kind of expensive, the Australian dollars.
Mm.
And if we go to euros or if we go to euros or
Mhm.
dollars, it will multiply by 20. Euros
Mm. Yeah, true,
22,
true, true. Yeah.
in UK pounds will be like 24, I guess. So
Mhm.
if a didgeridoo it's like $300, it will be like 3 months or 4 months of jobs
Mm.
with
Mm. Oh, wow.
without with saving all the money without paying
Mhm.
rent,
Mm.
services, internet,
Mm.
food. So it's complicated. There is some Mexicans
Mm.
that they have good money, like over here in Mexico City. There is one Gurruwiwi and
Mhm.
one Jesse Ledbridge. Yeah, and I
Oh.
think Jesse Ledbridge owner here in Mexico,
Mhm.
it's it he sent you a picture over there, and he is in one
Mhm.
of the t-shirts. His name is
Oh, great. Yeah.
Eduardo Castillo from Mexico City. He has a Jesse Ledbridge, but he spent lots of money for that didgeridoo. And when the
Mm.
didgeridoo came to Mexico customs, he has to
Mhm.
pay like
Mm.
underwater money. So it
Oh, I
was
see.
not official money that they
Mm.
charged. No, you give me some extra money, it will be more
Mm.
faster, more easier, blah 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 blah. And he
Oh,
pay
I see.
more
Yeah.
money for Mexican customs. The
Right.
the
Mm.
price of the didgeridoo is getting more and more and more and more.
More and more.
Yeah, so
Wow.
like
Yeah.
myself, I had to make the didgeridoos, and also
Mm.
for all other Mexicans over here
Yep.
that cannot afford a good didgeridoo or a jidaki.
Mm.
Well,
So do you guys make with like a bamboo or the agave or something like that?
myself, I do with any material, but I don't know how to work
Mm.
hemp or
Mm.
fiberglass. I want to learn
Mm.
those kind of materials, but right now agaves. The advantage of Mexico is that we have lots of species of maguey. The plant is called
Mm.
maguey. Agave is
Yeah.
the generic name for
Yeah.
all the species. And like right now, uh, my camera is not working,
Mhm.
but I have one agave that I'm making that the bell section is like 5 inch, and if you go back a little bit more, it will reduce to 4 inch, and
Uh-huh.
then if you go more and more up, it will inflate a little bit more. Then it will be like very thin, like 2 inch, 1 inch and a half, 1 inch
Cool.
in.
It's kind of conical.
No, it's
Yeah.
like very crazy dish because
Is that section by section or?
it's kind of like that. It's big and then get short the diameter and
Mhm.
then again big and then again short and then conical. It's
Mm.
very crazy didgeridoo and sounds very good.
Oh,
It sounds
that's
very
good.
good.
Yeah. Do you agave is inside is very soft, so
Hmm.
you have to coat it. What would you use?
I only myself I only do epoxy resin because
Mm.
another kind of materials it will be toxic. Like I tried
Yeah, yeah.
the first times I was like putting ay cómo se llama este varnish, any varnish,
Hmm.
solvent varnish.
Yeah.
But one thing that William told me that when you are playing too much, like me, like you are play
Hmm.
busking 4 hours, 5 hours, it will be get very hot, and then the
Hmm.
vapors you're gonna swallow you're gonna smoke the vapors of the varnish, and that's
Yeah.
toxic. And
Mm.
yes, it was
Yeah,
like
it's
very.
funny. Like we are blowing out using the air to blow out, but actually comes back in.
Yep.
Um, so like yeah, probably some of you tried with a high key big bell, like sometimes like really fluffy feathers
Uh-huh.
stick onto the edge of the ditch, or the very thin tobacco paper will stick, and actually like comes back in. Once I borrowed my friend's didgeridoo, and
Mm-hmm.
that person had like a dry, for drying purpose. They had like a what do you call it, talcum powder or something like that powder on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I play, and I just felt throat was very funny, and it started coughing, and I just realized there was a powder on the bottom, and I realized, yeah, that was sucking back into my dish while I'm playing. So yeah, it's very important that yeah, what you're coating with, and what's surrounding
And
clean didgeridoo.
one what I see in your background is it's that it's a lot of jidakis,
Yeah, yeah. This is Iraki, and some
but
more. Yeah,
only here.
more there.
Like myself, I only know like I
Mm.
like lots of marikuku, lots
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
of marikuku, and also garambar, some name like that.
Ganabal, yeah,
Garambar in Guruwiwi. They are
yeah.
the only jidakis, or there's still lots of more makers.
There are lots of more makers, but more actively making these makers. Yeah, um, yeah. Every now and then we have artists that young and that we never knew comes along. But yeah, it's just one by one so unique, and I can see that each crafter has got a certain like methods or the for example like a mouthpiece shape, etc. It's
Uh-huh.
really interesting to um, come through lots of Iraki's
How many makers?
recognizing stuff.
How many makers? I just know Jesse Ledbridge
Ooh,
in
well,
Brad Engelstein,
yeah,
and
uh,
there was another dude that
yeah,
had a
Irv
big
Clements,
on it, Clemens.
and yeah, and also Animal, and there are so
And
many. Um, uh, uh, Karim, he's from the East Coast, but he crafts a didgeridoo, so it's not termite hollowed, but he crafts with like gluing the timber together. It's very unique.
like us over here in the Occidental
Mhm.
world, like us just splitting and doing,
Mm,
yeah.
true, yeah. And there's so many actually makers out there, which I don't know either, but I know a few locally here as well, but not in our shop, etc. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's pretty interesting that some people make it as a hobby, or some people make it as a crafter, or yeah, it's um, but log is one by one unique.
Yes, yes.
So that's very also interesting thing, that didgeridoo is not a factory made. It's a nature involved in. So
See,
it's very unique, isn't it? Yeah.
you never been over here in
That's
Mexico?
why we love didgeridoo.
Yeah, absolutely. You never been here in Mexico?
Mhm.
You never been?
I never been to Mexico
You wanna
yet.
come?
Yeah, one day. Yeah, I'd love to. South America is always, yeah, I love traveling as well. South America, I never been to. So yeah, I'd love to be there one day.
Let's
Maybe
do.
next year I'll try Italy. The Fiorino is saying like, come to
Yeah.
Italian Didgeridoo Festival,
Oh, it
DigiNods.
will be so fucking awesome. Like I just saw that you're playing with a DJ. That's my main thing. Play the you. That was amazing. It was like a house trippy. Said, how was your
Yeah.
experience? How was it? Oh, by the way, love that
Mhm.
place. Love that place. It's
Oh
so
yeah.
beautiful, so beautiful. And I always I always busk over here in the beach. Has the
Cool.
similar but ugly. My place is a little bit ugly, but that place
Is
was
it?
so
Well,
beautiful.
yeah, Western Australia, I think, is one of the most beautiful beaches you can find. So isolated, sand are really clean and white. Ocean is Indian Ocean this
Hmm.
side, and but not much shade. There's no coconut. So in the summer, during the summer, during the day, it's just scorching hot. Locals wouldn't go during the day. Only when the sun's setting, it's let's go to the beach, or very early in the morning when wind is kind of gentle.
Yes,
But yeah, the footage with the DJ, his name is Shannon, DJ Shan,
Simon.
and he plays every Thursday during the summertime. It's a night market at the Scarborough Beach,
Whoa.
and they developed this rotunda. Yeah, the look like a
Like an
circle
amphitheater,
concert place.
kind of.
Amphitheater, yeah. Yeah, and he plays the DJ, and he invites local musos. So every week he had like a violinist and saxophone player, all sorts. And one day he wanted a didgeridoo player, and he contacted me. All right, let's do it. And it only happens a couple of times in the summer, because
Hmm.
it has got everyone got the routine.
Yep.
And yeah, this summer again, 1st of December
Same.
and 2nd of February next year, he contacted me. So this time I'm gonna bring another guitarist mate called Byron. We two as we perform as Planet Aligned.
Uh-huh.
He's also track maker, so kind of yeah, we're gonna bust out some tunes again. And yeah, some days like that, not much wind, nice balmy, warm summer next to the ocean, and blasting the sound, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's really beautiful over the sunset.
It was
Yeah.
so awesome said in your playing. Though I was saying at first that you were very inspiring, and you were like my teacher in YouTube, and you did something that inspired me to. So this is the thing. At first, I started to make with instruments.
Mhm.
Kiowa is the Kiowa is all the people know it like Native American flutes, quena,
Oh yeah.
quena, zampoña,
Like these
fujara,
ones.
like that one. And you played one very chill house track. You played the flute, and I was like, God damn!
Ah,
Why didn't think that in the first place? And I saw you there. Damn, so cool. How do you come with just playing the flute? Or just like,
yeah,
gonna play the flute.
yeah. Yeah, so that is a Japanese flute called
Oh,
shinobue,
like
and
Shinobu.
Yeah, the bamboo flute.
Yeah.
And back in, I think in 2013, uh, myself and Aussie shakuhachi player Ann Norman, and we met a beatboxer from Japan called Reo Matsumoto. Three of us
Yes.
uh, made a trio band called Breath, and we tour in Japan. And a couple of times we collaborated with Japanese drumming, the troops with a big sound.
Taiko drums.
And, yeah, taiko drums. And I was so inspired by my roots and oh wow, that's powerful. And I played the didgeridoo, and it's kind of oh wow, this is wicked. Like the sound wise, as well as like fitting in like a the the more how to say ethnic sort of
Yes. Yes.
fusion.
Yes.
I really loved it. So I came back from the tour and searched for um, learning how to play Japanese drumming, and there was an Australian teacher,
Huh.
Helen, and also Simon. Later on, we created the taiko on. So this mark.
The mark of my camera.
Yeah. This is our logo as well. It's a powerful logo. Anyway, so I started Japanese drumming, but Japanese drumming also accompanied with this bamboo flute. It's so many drums, but it's just one flute just pierce the sound over the drum, and I had it since young age, and I never really seriously learned. So this is an opportunity to get into more melodies. So now I got the drumming and didgeridoo as a bass, and on top of that, I like to put some melodies and mostly like a more Japanese. I'm Japanese, so very Japanese scales, etc. So just the combining those elements together, and yeah, it's my new passion as well.
Yeah, it's so crazy, so crazy. I was when you say yes to the for the interview, and then we started to asking the time zones and things like that. You said, "Yeah, let's do it Thursday." Yeah, and it was like, huh. So we are like 12 hours, 12 or 16 hours differences. Like
16 hours different. What time is it over there?
I'm talking. I'm feeling like Rick and Morty or Doctor Who or something like that because I'm talking to a person in the future. I mean Wednesday.
Oh, of course, yeah.
8.
I mean, which day are you?
20 p.m. 20 hours, 52 minutes on Wednesday. Back in the past. You are in the future.
Hello from Thursday. Thursday after lunch.
¿Qué tranza valedores desde el pasado? Back in the
12:52, November 10th. Oops.
Noviembre.
Yeah, Thursday. It's in Japanese.
Noviembre. Oh,
yeah,
yes.
It's a 2023.
It was like at first it was like this, and then damn, I'm talking to the people in the future. The travel, the time travel is a real thing.
I'm talking to the past.
You're talking to the past, and I'm talking to the future. It's so crazy, so fucking crazy. And if you go to a person in Hawaii, it's 6 p.m. over there. It's still more in the past. Like
true. Yeah.
I have a friend over there, a Mexican dude that went to vacation over there, and he was like 2 hours away from me. And more in the east, more away is more in the past. So it was like, whoa, we're talking like crazy science fiction thing shit, like crazy. I didn't realize that you are Japanese. Do you have contact
Yes.
with the didgeridoo community in Japan? It's a big community. It's
Yeah. Yeah. Some older generations who started before me. In
okay.
Tokyo, Osaka, and yeah, some other players out there.
Like
Yeah.
we only here in well in Mexico they are very famous. Reo Matsumoto, Koji Matsumoto.
Yep.
I
Yep.
have I have
Koji. Yeah.
one situation with a Japanese that didn't speak so good English, didn't speak
Oh,
Spanish, and
really?
he came to he arrived to LA airport, and then he told me that I want to go to Mexico, and he came to Tijuana just like that. Didn't speak the language. I was like basking, playing didgeridoo, and he was like, "Oh, didgeridoo, yeah, yeah, you want to play?" He was like, "Yeah, yeah," with the face. I'm doing like that, but I don't. I was like, "You don't have my image." I was moving my head like that because he was saying nothing, just moving his head. And yeah, I borrowed one didgeridoo to him,
Yeah.
and he was playing the ulusi, and he was like he didn't know what to do. Just he came
Mm-hmm.
and didn't speak Spanish, didn't speak too much English, and he
Mm-hmm.
go to the south of Mexico to busk.
Uh-huh.
The only thing that I could help him is making a didgeridoo, and I give
Oh.
it to him like in no charge, so he can busk, and he made it to uh, Guatemala, and that's the southest way from
Yeah.
Mexico. And he encountered over there a festival in Guatemala in New Year's Eve festival. It was a big like it was a bus with a lot of Japanese artists, and there is one dude also that he's not a digital player. He is a guitarist. He is Kenta Hayashi. That
Oh,
he
yeah.
played together over there
Yeah.
in
Oh, wow.
Guatemala. It was a crazy story. And then I knew the story of Koji Matsumoto. It was the same story, but in the U.S. with I don't remember it was William or some guy that he was doing the same thing. They was whoa, very short world over here.
Yeah. Koji Matsumoto did my hair.
Oh, really?
He was giving me hurt, ouchie time
Oh,
for eight
way.
hours.
The dreads. There, so I wanted to make my dreads. I had my hair like almost a meter long, but I had it to cut
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yes, I had to cut it because my wife, he was saying like, ah, you look like a homeless fucker.
Ah!
You have to cut your hair, you motherfucker. Because you're so fucking ugly. That's why I don't.
Yeah, right.
My face is not in the video, so I don't want to scare you.
You put some filter on.
Yeah, this is the what is in my camera. I'm trying to turn on my camera, but it only appear on the recording for YouTube because if I go to OBS, there is my capture, but
Uh-huh.
over here in the call is not my capture.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see me.
But I know your face, so I can imagine how you
Yes,
how you look over there.
I'm like a hobbit, brown skin with mustache and a little beard, like Miyagi, you know, Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi, that kind of beard. Yeah, but like more darker
Yeah.
and like a Mexican hobbit. It's gonna be like that. Just a Mexican hobbit, just like that.
Thanks, Hobby.
It's I
Yeah, that's funny.
um, in a normal chat or interview, it's
Mhm.
like I don't stop talking and asking and things like that, but I'm
Yeah.
really nervous and then I'm so like excited to be with you
Yeah,
right now. In
yeah.
there's a uh, fuck, it's a tornado of pensamiento. Not even my English is working right now. I have like shortcuts and shit in my head. But anyway, I will say thank you very much, Sanchi, for this time. The community in Latin America will appreciate it so much, and we with every single digital player around the world, we learn something more and more about didgeridoo in
Yeah.
with you. Uh,
Mhm. Ah,
we
okay, cool.
all learn with your videos. It was a very awesome help, like the circular breathing techniques, like very simple and very easy to learn. For me, with your
Yeah.
exercises,
Cool.
for me, it was
Yeah.
a matter of hours. Just like that,
Oh.
I picked the PVC pipe. I saw your
Yeah.
videos and okay, oh, do 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 do. Whoa! And then went running to my mom. And, ma, look. Oh, it was a dude from Australia over there. Didgeridoo dojo and shit. Oh,
Yeah.
it was so amazing, so amazing. Some some
Ah, that's
some
great. That's great.
some words for the Latin American community of didgeridoo.
Yeah.
Some words that you
Mhm.
wanted to say over there.
Well, hello, and we are all connected through Didgeridoo, and Didgeridoo will bring to us a place and people and experience, etc. So yeah, one day I'd like to meet you all, and yeah, happy DJing. Good vibration.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, thank you
You
very
don't
much.
you don't know any phrases on Spanish? Never tried Spanish before?
Is that Spanish?
Amigo.
Is it?
You will say, ¿Qué tranza
Hola.
valedores?
What's that?
¿Qué tranza? ¿Qué tranza valedores?
¿Qué tranza, padres?
¡A huevo!
Did I say it right?
That's very Mexican. It's not Latin America. That's so Mexican. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You saw that gift that they send you. That's a Mexican movie.
Yeah. You sent me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will recommend the in Netflix. It's Infierno. You I don't know if you like this kind of, yes. That one is his name in the movie is El Cochiloco. Like is Cochiloco in Spanish.
Yeah.
Huevo. Yeah. Very Mexican. So
Yeah, right.
you will
¿Qué tranza?
¿Qué tranza,
¿Qué tranza?
valedores?
Vale, yes.
Yeah, so awesome. Thank you very much. I enjoyed it so much the
Hi.
time with you. Hope one day I can go over there and share culture and learn more with you, and so you can show me that 5/4 rhythms that I'm still can't play. Even that I play one of dubstep 5/4 dubstep track in my DJ sets,
Yeah,
Didgeridoo sets, but that
yeah.
rhythm I cannot Tito Toro Toro Tito, hijo de tu puta. Tito Toro Toro Tito. That's I'm getting like my head so.
Dan dan dagada, dan dan dagada, dan dan dagada. That's a 7.
Oh, the 7, a 7 rhythm. I go with money. I don't.
Go.
I don't get loose with money. Dun 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 dun.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7. 1, 2, 3. Dun, dun, dun. Money from Pink Floyd.
Yeah. Money.
This was Jonathan Antonio Martinez Machine from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. And your name?
Sanchi.
This is all my public. Sanchi. Bye bye.
Thanks for having me.